From the front line of truth, where courage meets convictions, this is The Conservative Viewpoint.
All right, Patriots, welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. Boy, I'm Charlie, your host, and boy, do I have a show for you tonight. We're kicking off your weekend right with truth and common sense, and maybe a few laughs to wash down the week's absurdities. First up, let's talk about the absolute, intellectual black hole that is called Jasmine Crockett. Seriously, folks, it's getting harder and harder to tell if she's intentionally trying to set a new low bar for political discourse and stupidity, or if it just comes naturally. We'll dive into her latest verbal gymnastics and try to decipher what on the hell she's talking about. The spoiler alert, I'm not sure if she knows what she's talking about. And we're going to tackle a menace that is gnawing at the very foundation of our republic. These stone-cold activist judges who seem to think that the Supreme Court is merely a suggestion box. It's a blatant defiance of the rule of law, a slap in the face to the Constitution, and frankly, an insult to every American who believes in a nation of laws, not woke whims. And we'll expose their latest attempts to undermine the highest court and discuss what it means for the future of justice in America. Speaking of vital work that often goes unappreciated, we need to talk about ICE. You know, the brave men and women doing the job that nobody else wants to do, and frankly, doing a fantastic job of it, despite being constantly vilified by the very people who benefit from their hard work. We'll shine a light on the incredible efforts that ICE does to secure our borders and uphold our immigration laws, because someone needs to stand up for those who stand up for us. And because it's Friday and we all deserve a break from the madness, we're going to wrap things up with some funny videos that making rounds consider our public service to you. A much needed dose of humor to send you into the weekend with a smile. All this and more coming up on the Conservative Viewpoint. Stay with us because the show begins now. Welcome, everyone, to the Friday night edition of the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm so glad to see you guys here with me. It makes me smile when you guys are on here. It's awesome. You guys are great. And I can't ask for better people to come join me. I see my brother's keeper over there. Welcome, guys, and get her. We got Rumble going on over here. We got a few people in. Excuse me if I get screwed up because I switched things around on my screens because it makes it easier for me to see my videos over here since they changed it up on StreamYard. They still haven't fixed it enough for me at all. So bear with me when I'll look this way, but I mean to look this way, so I get screwed up. So anyways, what do we got? We got Kick over here. Hi, everyone in Kick. We've got Facebook, we've got YouTube, we've got Twitch, we've got X in the house. Now when I can see where my X stuff is at. Oh, it's over there. All right, we got everybody going on. We got everybody. Oh, wait. We got the one, the only, the unforgettable Wimkin.com, WIMKIN.com. If you haven't done it yet, please download the app. Come join us in chat. You guys will have a blast in there. We have the best bunch of people in there. They help me out with the show. They have been with me for this whole time that I've been doing live streams now for almost, what am I going on, year and a half here. They're awesome people. Getters now is coming in and getting into the ball game now too. And I've been doing live streams and videos now for over 4 years. And you guys make it worth coming back. every weeknight to do this show. As long as you guys stay with me, I'll probably try to keep going as long as I can. So we got to get some more people in here to start saying hi, to get involved, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and we've got to get busy. It's going to take us all to stop what's happening with these Democrats. So we're going to say hi. No, we're going to give out a shout out to all the people in Wimpkin. That's what we're going to do. Let's give it up for Fixer's in the house. What's up, Mr. Fixer? We got Jerry Kruger. Jerry Kruger puts on a podcast. He pops up whenever he gets something, and you got to look for him. He's on multiple sites that I can't even tell you how many sites. But if you're seeing me, you're definitely going to find him. So look up Jerry Kruger, Kruger, and Jerry for his first name, and check him out, all right? Gabby Girls in the house. And what did we got here? Jerry Kruger leaving me a message here. Let me see. Thanks to Trump, ICE has now begun finding the children the Biden administration trafficked, not lost, Jerry, trafficked, may have been working forced labor in Newsom State. Yes, we will. I think we do get into that. I'm not sure about that. I got so much to go on right now. And I got some breaking news, too, I have to bring up here in a second. But let's keep up the shout-outs first. There is Mark from the UK. There's Mark right there. Hi, Mark. Mark stays up late in the morning, and so does Colin from Scotland. Oh, yeah. These guys stay up late to watch us, or early in the morning. There is Texas Tammy. Oh, we got Texas is in the house. There's Guy right there. Hey, and John M. We got Texas as being, oh, yeah, we got it. Yep, oh, days. Oh, man, I tell you what. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Got a lot going on, but I want to get to some breaking news here. Let me bring it up on my phone here real quick. It just came in the inbox, and I didn't get it out. So here we go. And this, I love when I read the first part of this article. The title alone, this guys will make you, oh, you're going to be good. There he is. There's Colin right there from Scotland. Welcome, guys. All right, listen to this breaking news from Trump. Trump directs DHS, ICE to protect itself from assaults after thugs throw rocks at federal cars. I said it the whole time I watched that video. Start knocking them off. You hit one with a bullet, the rest are going to run like little bitches that they are. One, that's all you got to do. And that is the Second Amendment right, because your life is being threatened. One, and you won't have a problem ever again. They know that the Biden administration would not let the police do their jobs. And I'm sick and tired of seeing these piece of shit criminals that the Biden administration let in here. They could assault people and get away with it, and nothing's done. They make it look good, and they're handcuffed for a second. And then they're released by the piece of shit activist judges. It got to stop. Calico Crazy. There, Sean. Where's Sean? I see Calico Crazy over there. There is radical right Sean Justice. What's happening, man? There we got Calico Crazy. We got my brother's keeper and all that and get her. Welcome, guys. AMBK. What's going on, guys? All right. Let me see what else we got here. But that tickled me pink. Trump is uncuffing ICE and letting them do their jobs. And that's what should be done. What else we got here? Nope, that's not what I needed. Did I get all these already? Yeah, I think I might have got all those. But that's the one that was big time that I love to see. Trump is taking the reins off of them and letting them do their job and letting them protect themselves and not being punked by these punks and hoodlums that are in this country. And they could be the American ones, too, that are protesting criminals, trying to protect criminals. And that needs to stop. That would be a good one, Fix. Rubber bullets to the NAS. I just want to see one go down. Real bullet, fake bullet, I don't care. Put some salt, shit, in the 12 gauge. Rock salt? Oh, that shit's a reminder that you never stop. That'll get you right there. Send in the honey wagons Tons of poop will get them active. Yes, my brother's keeper. Send them sprayers out with no pig shit. Pig shit is the nastiest stuff you've ever smelled. Put that in there and spray them. But that's still not even good enough. Honey wagons and water gallons. Russ, put honey, real honey, and release the bees. Oh, yeah, that would be awesome right there, wouldn't it? All right, guys, we are going to get into this because I got a lot to go in. I have a lot of Bigfoots for you. I got some Jeff Dunhams. I got one from Green Frog Labs. I got a bunch of little Brad Williams. We're going to mix it up tonight, guys. We're trying to get rid of as much as I can so we can start over again. But we're going to get into the first thing we're going to get into, and I just added this in here because Jerry just said that Governor Ron DeSantis has fully defunded the NPR and PBS stations and outlets at the same state level. Very good. I love that too, Jeff. Jerry, thank you. Sorry. Because they pipe out bullshit for the government. So they should be defunded. But let's go. We are at the 1-year anniversary coming up here in 2 days of Trump's shooting. What have we learned in this 1 year about the shooter, Thomas Crooks, that we haven't already known? Not a damn thing. Nope. 1 year later, motive and missed warnings haunt Trump rally shooting. And why is that? Because this was a setup from the get-go. From the Biden administration and the Democrats and everything, they gave Trump the weakest Secret Service. They weren't even real Secret Service agents there protecting him. But what did we learn from in there? Trump survived a bullet, but did the truth? No, the truth did not. The truth coded. Because 1 year ago, American watched in horror as bullet ripped through the air at a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Donald Trump, the president candidate, was targeted in broad daylight. The shoot hit, blood spilled, chaos broke out, and yet, miraculously, he lived. But behind the miracle lies a troubling question, one that the media never dared to ask. And why is that? Because they didn't give a shit. They were part of it. Why wasn't this stopped? That's the question that they never asked. Nobody ever asked. And why was that? Because they didn't want it stopped. That's why. And here we go. Because the facts are hard to ignore. The shooter had been on law enforcement's radar. He posted warnings online. He was seen loitering near the venue days before, flying a drone and everything. And on that fateful day, he stood in plain sight on a rooftop with a rifle, a rangefinder, and a clear shot for over 10 minutes. Eyewitnesses saw him. Police reportedly had eyes on him, and still nothing. No response, no intervention, no explanation. Can you guys explain that to me? Other than the fact this was a setup from the get-go. Why does the media not ask the plain and simple question? Why wasn't he stopped? They even talked to him when he had a rangefinder in his hand days before he was scoping out the place, and they never questioned him at all about it. And they still let him walk in. This punk, nerdy kid got over on police, Secret Service, everybody, the FBI, the works. How does that happen if this is not a setup? But this is what we've dealt with for the past years. And still yet, no answers. None whatsoever. And you know the fireman Carpenter that got killed that day, his wife is still looking for answers. She has talked to a bunch of people and still does not have the answers she deserves. Hey, Rogue, what's happening, man? Over in Rumble there. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Appreciate it. I still think the bullet that hit Trump is the one that hit the fireman and killed him. That's probably true there, Texas John, because it could have slowed it down and caused this to happen, but there are so many things going on, so many questions to answer, and never got an answer. The only rally that CNN covered. That's it. Why not? That's what they would want to see, but they never asked the real questions, right, guys? And we still, to this day, don't get an answer. But surprise, surprise, we're full of lies and stuff here lately. And with everything that Vic showed on her show tonight with the Epstein files, if you guys have your opinions on what's going on with the Epstein client list, which we know does exist, and I don't give two shits what they say, it does exist. It's not a lie. It's not a conspiracy theory. And that's what these people are trying to push, all of them, everyone. And I'm not leaving anyone out of the Trump administration. They're all lying to us, and they think we're stupid and we're just going to sit back and take it. That's not going to happen at all. All right, let's get on with this. Treasury announces a $27 billion June surplus. You heard me right. A June surplus from tariff revenue surges. And don't forget that he just put a 35% tariff on Canada. Trump's not messing around, guys, and Canada is finding out. So this is what people are wanting and seeing that is playing out right now, and Trump is not playing around. I wish they'd stop playing around with the Epstein files, but we'll see here. I wonder what caliber bullet hit the fireman. Yeah, you'd never find that out either, huh, Texas John? Hi, Vic over in Getter. Vic's knocking it out of the park and get her there. She's even beating me out like crazy. So it's all, hey, Mary Ann. There is Mary Ann. Hi, Mary Ann. All right, let's keep going. These are the ones that I just added. So we're running through these. The end is now, according to the White House. The White House vows removal of illegal, criminal immigrants, whatever you want. They're criminals, from taxpayer benefits. They should have never been on there in the first place, anywhere. New policy will prevent illegal immigrants from receiving $40 billion in public assistance. They don't deserve a dime. Okay, moving on from them. Appeals court throws out plea deal. Get this, for alleged mastermind of September 11th attacks. Why the hell would they even consider that? Why? Because they said they'll plead guilty as long as they don't get the death penalty. No. I've seen it way too many times that people up in the gangs and stuff can still run their gangs from inside the prison. All they need is a telephone and a pen or a pencil. I wish I could get a hold of a letter, guys, from one of these guys sending out a cryptic message to their gang members that have to be deciphered, because I tell you what, you know what a letter looks like in a typewriter? Well, just one of those letters, if you just hit an A, you know how small it prints, right? These inmates can write smaller than that and make it legible. Oh, yeah. And this is how they will write in this way. They will write in circles, and they will write backwards, and they will write so small you cannot tell what it says, but there are people on the outside can tell. They're them offering a plea deal, or somebody trying to get a plea deal for these piece of shit Muslims that attacked on 9/11. That is just way beyond anything. Thank God the appeals court threw it out so they can't get them, put them to death, because what was it, 30,000, 4,000 people that had died that day deserve justice. What else we got? We got U.S. sanctioned Cuban leader for human rights violation on anniversary of country's uprising. When are we going to start punishing and holding Fauci accountable for human rights violations? I'm glad they did it to Cuba too, but we need to start looking here at home and charging people for the virus that was spread out. Now, we were talking about John Brennan from the CIA, remember? Well, this isn't the first time, and this is no surprise to me. The CIA and the FBI are trained to lie. But John Brennan is accused of lying once before. in the CIA scandal about spying on Senate Intel computers. And I guarantee that wasn't the first time he was caught lying, but they just wanted to bring that up. Well, you can bring it up all you want, but we know they lie constantly. Time to go to your casa, mi casa. Yeah, mi su casa. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got that right, my brother's keeper. Let me keep going down, make sure I don't miss anybody here. And Violent Vixen is back in Wimpkin. And guys, don't forget, if you are watching me, you can find Violent Vixen 29. Look at her up. Check her show out called The Rebel Chick with a Cause. Monday through Friday, 7 to 9. Great show, great information. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. Check it out. Add to her score because she's pumping it out like crazy there on Get Her. So I'm happy to see her finally getting the stream over there. We need all the help we can get to get these people awake. And we've got to get people in Get Her to start tuning in and chatting with us. So come on, everybody in Get Her. Start typing in there. And everybody else, and X and Facebook, come up and say hi to me so I can say hi back to you. Let me go over here and look. And I'm not even looking at Rogue over here. I'm sorry about that, Rogue. A third of the country neither believes it was feasible, a false flag that never happened. I'd say that the Bongino would probably resign. He walked out of the FBI headquarters today, mad as hell. At Bondi, Cash is pretty ticked as well. And yes, he did. Him and Bondi had words about the way she handled it. And they're trying to me, they're trying to backwalk everything or walk back, however you want to say it. But because she put out the truth, and now they're pissed because they can't cover up the lies that they are trying to perpetrate right now. And that's why they got into this fight. Yes, I was, Rogue. And the prison it's no joke, guys. In a prison is just no different than being out on the street right now. You got to watch your back because inmates in a heartbeat will attack you from behind. They don't care. And, you know, I told you the story multiple times about the Muslim. You can't trust them, any of them. And they've even told me, even the Shiites and all of them are trained to hate the white man. And I don't mean white man by my skin color. It's white, blacks, anybody like that. If it's not them, you're not anybody. So this is why I tell you, you guys got to pay attention and watch your backs, period. All right, let's get into this one now. This piece of shit judge has ordered January 6th rally organizers, and they ordered them to pay $2,000 a day until they come into compliance with the subpoena. Oh, yeah, this woman is supposed to tell him what he wants and what he's... They're trying to find more lies. They're trying to make up more lies by doing this stuff. These activist judges have got to be stopped one way or the other. This is ridiculous. They are overreaching their authority by tons. There has been nothing. They've already investigated everything. Trump has not been... If there was anything to get Trump on, the Democrats would have done it. And they failed miserably the whole time. Calico Crazy. I'm a Bongino supporter. I've watched Bongino from the get-go. Well, not for 10 years, but I've watched for the past 4 years I know of. But the lies that are coming out right now, I can't handle them. I don't like being lied to. I don't like liars, and you cannot walk back a lie. Because Vic showed something on her show tonight. If you didn't see it, go back and watch it. They showed a compilation of Kash Patel and Bongino, and I could go back and I could show you everything Bongino said about the Epstein files and the client list, everything. And it's just totally different when you're what you're getting now. And that's what pisses me off the most, because it looks like he's lying. Was he lying now, or was he lying back then during his podcast? You be the judge, guys. All right, let's keep going. Another judge blocks Trump's birthright citizenship order. This is what gets me when the Supreme Court has already ruled on this. As far as they're not ruling on the birthright citizenship itself, they're going to make it go back around again. But these judges think they can just overwrite what the Supreme Court says without any repercussions, and nothing's going to happen. Why? Because we got a poor-ass, pissy Republican Party that won't do a damn thing to them. But this is what's going on. And this judge blocks it again, and the birthright citizenship. And it's just going to go waste of taxpayer money to get right back to the Supreme Court for the Supreme Court to finally say, damn it, it doesn't protect these people. This was made back in the slave area for slaves back then. It doesn't go with what now was happening, especially with criminals. I think Clapper rolled Brennan and Comey being investigated, but not Clapper. He was neck deep in the middle of that bullshit. Oh, yeah, they were in the middle of all this stuff. It's crazy, right? And hey, there's Kurt right there. We got the Bayou Kurt from Louisiana in the house right there, man. I need to get down there and get me some of the real Louisiana cooking right there. Welcome. There's Alfred. Everybody say hi to Alfred. I saw Alfred in there. Oh, I got to put my eyes on again because I cannot see some of this stuff. And forgive me the reflection on there. Our garden is rocking. Oh yeah, I've been eating green beans. I've been eating peas. I got cucumbers. I got zucchini. Man, yeah, it's kicking ass. But I have to be up at 5 o'clock every morning and water that damn thing. That's crazy. Before I forget, Amazon has a solar power bank, solar power battery charger with cords, flashlight, and magnet phone charger, just under $40. Thank you for that, John M. And I think tonight is the end of Prime Days. So if you guys want to do anything, that's a good time to go on. But I believe, I can't remember now if I have those power banks coming or not for, I have so much stuff coming in and I don't even know what I got. But I will show you my bag here shortly after we get into this stuff. But let's get going real quick here, guys. All right, where am I at? What is that? That is not happening. I don't know what the hell happened with that. Former Penn State, oh, yeah. No, this is actually great. A former Penn State swimmer is so happy that Trump held the school accountable for the Title IX violation by that dude, what's his name, Leah Thomas, whatever, and stripping him of the illegal titles that he took from these girls. And she's praising Trump up and down for that. And yes, that was a good thing. Now we're going to get into the other assassination attempt of Trump from the one in Florida. And that Ruth was Ralph, however you say his name. Guess what he's done? He is asked to self-represent himself in a Florida case. This dude is nuts as hell. And he's going to represent himself. Well, he made a mistake right there. And Ralph made his request during a hearing in Fort Pierce, Florida, before the U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon. When the judge asked Ralph 59 whether he wanted her to appoint new attorneys to defend him, replied, said, "Nope, I will represent myself." Well, you might as well just put the son of a bitch in prison now and stop wasting money. They saw him laying there. They got his shit. They got him dead to rights. So don't even waste the money anymore. That's crazy, right? All right, what else we got here? We got ICE immigrant arrest at a high point, about half deported. They are rocking it out. They're doing a job that nobody wants. And all we have is the Democrats there lying about everything, saying that there's fake people on the streets dressed up like ICE, arresting people and handcuffing people. No, there's not. These guys, they're just trying to make excuses, and they are the cause of the assaults on ICE agents. And I am so glad to see that breaking news with Trump saying the ICE and DHS and all of them are allowed to start protecting themselves the way it should have been from a long time ago. These son of a bitches can get away with assaults and they think they're going to do it. And they usually do if you're a Democrat, and they get away with it. So now they don't do it. I want to start seeing some people taken down for the assaults that's happening in our country. We have enough criminals of our own. We don't need any more. All right, we're not done with that. HHS bans illegal immigrants from accessing benefits. That's a plus again. We heard that first thing today, and I got a couple more we can get to. We got to show these videos, and we got to do our disaster factor tip of the day. Yes, sir. Read Bob. Here we go. Immigration operation in California. Cannabis farms leads to clash between federal agents and protesters. And if you guys did not hear about this today, this is where and that's what Jerry was bringing up when he gave me that thing about the children and ISIS finding them. They found children in this cannabis field working. Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. With all these people and everything in here. And this is where the riots started. And they started assaulting ICE agents. They were throwing rocks. They were throwing their tear gas back at the ICE agents. Not going to affect them. They have their masks on. But these illegal criminals are here. And guess what? There's a lot of job openings. Oh, yeah. And this pot farm, they're going to need help like crazy. So get your welfare bums and get them the hell out of there. You know they want to go there. They pick one bud for them, one bud for me. One for them, one for me. Them some bitch be smoked up by the end of the shift. I fired 2 different lawyers in court in front of the judge and won both cases. One was my divorce, and the other one was a battery on a Leo. Oh, Alfred. Man, you bad man. All right, let's keep going here. But these illegal criminals need out of our country faster than hell. Epstein compared to CCP pedo, just peanuts. Oh, yeah. And don't forget, guys, if you have your opinion on what's going on with the Epstein client list, please let me know in chat so we can share it with everyone. Someone told me that Ashley Babbitt isn't dead. She faked it. I know better. Yeah, she didn't fake that stuff. I saw it live and in person on TV, and you did not fake that. I read lots of states making laws against ICE wearing masks. Yeah, that shit ain't going nowhere, Calico Crazy. Getter is the only platform to take down CCP. That's awesome right there. I like hearing that. Aloha. Thank you. Hey, welcome to the show, Aloha. That's the first time I've seen that name on here. Welcome. I'm reading them all, guys. You know I got to read them all. I want some good stuff from you guys, because anyone that start capping, asking questions later. Yeah, buck around and find out. Exactly, Kurt. But if you guys have your opinions on the Epstein thing or the immigrants or anything, please leave them in chat so we can give them out to people, because it's just so important that we get everybody's opinion on what's going on in this country, because it's not in a good place right now, and it's better than what it was the last 4 years. Don't get me wrong, but it's pretty bad. And did I see Cecil in here and I missed him? Is Cecil in the house? There. Nope. I didn't see. There he is. Cecil. I didn't say hi to Cecil. There he is, man. Hi, Cecil. All right. 6 Secret Service agents suspended over Trump Butler shooting. And I don't know by names or anything like that, but I hope to God, if you guys watch this and watch the shooting and stuff live like I did, the woman, supposedly Secret Service agent, which I don't think she was, that was standing back while all the other guys jumped on top of Trump to block him, and the one woman was standing back by the steps going, I hope she was one of those 6 that got fired. But they really don't tell you, and they're not going to tell you. But there was so much going on, but they're using the excuse of technical difficulties or problems and human error. Well, we know all that stuff. You're not giving us anything new. We know the Secret Service agents were not trained to do this. We know that they were not paying attention. We know they saw crooks before it happened. They did nothing to stop it from making. We know all that. We've known that since the day one of the shooting. I want something new. I want to see why he did it, what he did, who paid him to do it. You know somebody paid him to do it. And why are we not going to get the answers? Because we know what the answer is to that. Ashley Babbitt shot, Roseanne Boylan beat to death after tear gas, Benjamin Phillip, Kevin Greason. And yes, thank you for that, Radical Sean, because, oh, wait a minute, what is everyone's experience with the CCP virus death jab? Most of us don't have the jab, but a lot of them had to take the jabs. But that's the question on Aloha's mind is, what do you guys think of the jab? So we'll leave it at that. Give me some answers. I'll tell them what they are if you're not in Getter. Hi, Becky. Becky's over in Facebook. But anyway, where were we? But yeah, why is everything being covered up? And that's the thing. All right, here we go. Supreme Court Rule 6.3 blow to Planned Parenthood. U.S. Supreme Court rules that the states can deny Medicaid funding for Planned Parenthood. They can't kill our babies with taxpayer money anymore. But don't worry, you got plenty of Democrat-run states still that will still allow them to kill babies. Aloha, CCP knew before 2020 election that Biden will take power. Oh, yeah, they knew it. They planned all this to get go. There's so much still going on. There was a Biden aide in today in Congress under closed door again, testifying. So we'll probably hear something about that over the weekend. If I hear about it, I'll go live and we'll talk about it this weekend because I want to play around with Rumble again because I'm not going to be paying out $600 to $1,000 on StreamYard if I can do it for free, or not free, but what I pay in Rumble. But it's not $1,000. All right, let's keep going here. What do we got here? They were from Victoria's Secret, not Secret Service. That's funny right there, Fixer. I'm going to add crispy bacon next. What the hell? We're talking about food now, and I'm missing something. Assign them to Clinton's. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Yeah, give her those 6. Exactly. Yeah, they'll probably will be reassigned, Tammy. And I like that, Gab. Senator Clinton's detail. I think they all need off of that. They shouldn't have Secret Service details. Let's finish these 2 off real quick so we can get into some videos. Trump threatens to hit China, and he did hit China with 35% tariff. I told you that earlier. Marco Rubio claims U.S. Russia have come up with a new approach for Ukraine peace talks. We'll see what happens with that too, guys. So, all righty, that is it for that. What do we got? Oh, we got get a rope. Under natural law, individuals have an inherent constitutional right to use defense force against masked armed assailants who hide their identity. Oh, you're out your damn mind, get a rope on YouTube. That is not a fact whatsoever. And natural law. No, that is not true at all. Children working in fields sounds like DeSantis plan for Florida. Wrong again. Well, we got a liberal in here. Paco is not treading on you, sugar. Well, we definitely got a liberal in YouTube right now because they definitely don't have a clue of what the hell they're talking about. So, but welcome to the show, Get a Rope. I like that. But you're wrong. Sorry about your luck. Come again, play again another day. All right, guys, what do we got here? CCP's 13,579 plan is using bioweapons to control the world, such as elections. They already got that going, Aloha. We've already proven the fact that they made up false ballots to send into the 2020 election, and we know that's going on, but you're right there. They got that planned, and there's more to come. It's a toxic death jab. Oh, yes, it is. And people do not want that death jab unless you're an idiot, lefty, and then you'll take it there. I'm safe now. I'm safe because I took the poison. And they fall over. Oh, yeah, that's what you're going to get. All right, guys, let's have some fun. Let's have some great time. Keep your conversations going while we check out a little bit of the Bigfoots. And I don't even remember what we got to say, but this says, I was going to say.
What is brown and sticky? A stick. A stick.
I was going to say your mom after I smear peanut butter all over her.
What the fuck?
Oh, you got to love that one. All right, let me get rid of that one. Let's go down here. And I got one from Green Frog Labs we're going to talk. This says Little Nicole Sharon. And Shanahan. Take a look. I didn't watch this yet.
Hey everybody. So EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin announced today that his agency will finally release detailed information on geoengineering. If you followed me for a while, you know this is something I care deeply about. So this feels like the right moment to share. I have been speaking with a whistleblower over the past several weeks who has helped me really understand what's happening in our skies. They've given me information that could shed real light on these programs, who's behind them, where the funding's coming from, and what we can do to stop them. I'll be posting an article on my X feed later today, so please stay tuned.
Those are cute little things right there. Well, thank you for that, Green Frog Labs. Dean, what's going on, man? I haven't seen Dean Boy in a while. He's over there in Rumble, and he used to come on a lot, but we lost him for a little while there. You gotta love that, right? Keep Bongino, fire Bondi. The FBI is under the DOJ. Bondi is both Cash and Bongino's boss. Dan was told what the truth was and how legally deliver it. I don't believe that Bongino knowingly lied. I know what Bongino said on his podcast, and now I see what he's doing now. So I don't know, but we can also go and follow the Bongino rule and wait on this. But we've got so many lies coming out of every direction. I don't know what to believe anymore. All right, back up to Bigfoot. Here we go again. These are little quick ones.
She told me she's recently transitioned, whatever that means. And she loves me for who I am. I've met a new huzz, and her name is Carla, and she is super fucking sexy. So this is really good for me. I'm not sleeping in the forest anymore. I'm eating some good food and enjoy my time with him. I mean, her.
Yeah. Right. All right. Okay. I'll believe that one. All right. Let's get some little men in here.
Oh, you're from Florida? What part? Tallahassee. Like, what? Wherever you go, every part of the country has its own little thing that they do. They all have their own little thing that they do. Like, we just did a show in Ohio. Jealous? Yeah, of course you are. Ohio's thing is that if you say the letters O-H, see, they have to do that shit. You're the only state that does that. Nobody else does that shit. You can't go up to someone from Massachusetts and be like, M.A. They'll be like, SSN, go fuck yourself. Okay, I'm not doing it. I'm from California. Try that there. C-A-L-F-L, no speak English. You're the only one that spells your state. And then your rivals, the people from Michigan, their thing is that you say, hey, you're from Michigan. What part? They point to their hand. They point to their... What the fuck, Michigan, okay? What is that? Where are you from? Right there. Like, what the hell? And they do that because the state on a map kind of looks like a hand. So they point to their hand. The problem is, none of us know where the fuck that is. Okay, we don't know what that is.
I like him. I don't know about you guys, but I like that little guy. All right, it's time for this.
How would you survive if one day the skies crackled with an electric reverberation, turning the air around you into a charged maze? As electrical currents dance unpredictably around metallic structures, your first instinct should be to find shelter in an enclosed, non-conductive space, like a wooden or rubber-lined cabin. In such a world where absurdly concentrated electric jolts pulse unpredictably, the key to survival is staying grounded, literally. Avoid wearing or carrying any metal objects, as they could amplify the risk. If caught outside, crouch down on the balls of your feet to minimize contact with the ground, avoiding wet areas that are more conductive. Remember, understanding electrical behavior and staying calm can help you navigate through the crackling chaos safely.
And that is your disaster factor tip of the day. And don't forget, guys, if you got another tip for people, let me see it in chat so I can give it out to people, because we got a lot here to get people to open up and prepare themselves for what is coming. And not if it's coming, something's coming. So here we go, guys. I can't fit it into the camera. It's a big bag. This is the one that I just got, and I just started loading it because right here is my and I need to flip my flag upside down. My first aid kit's in here. I've got a cook or dinner set, 4 plastic fork spoons and stuff in here. I got my I got flashlight. I got a fire starter. I got stuff in here, and I haven't got everything started yet. I had to get my water and all that stuff put in here. But this is my bag, multiple. It's a backpack too. Look at this, how big this is. Oh yes. Got a lot of room for it. And I got another bag, one of the small ones that you put over your shoulder and you can wear it on your back too or in the front. So when I'm wearing this, I can have that a little bag on there, you know, with a side piece. You know what I'm talking about. We're not allowed to talk about that on the shows. But that is my bag right there. And I got to start filling it up. So that's why we give you guys this disaster factor tips of the day. And make sure you guys get it going. I got a fire starter. It can be flashlight, but I've got the spark one. And anything would do fine. I mean, if you want a little disposable lighters, that's fine too. But remember, some of those, when they get wet, they don't work too well. So you want to find something. Spare underwear and a change of clothes. There's a great tip. Remember, the socks. Keeping your feet dry is very, I mean, I don't even know how to tell you how important that is, especially in the cold, because if your feet are cold, you yourself will be cold. So make sure, thank you for that, Dean, over there in Rumble. Great tip right there, guys. So make sure make sure the change of clothes. Toothbrush, yes, you can take a toothbrush because personal hygiene is important too. But in case of emergency, toothpaste on there will work just fine. I can't stand smelly breath. Man, you guys, quick story about the prison. And I worked in the kitchen at the prison. And so when we stood in line in the serving lines, serving inmates that came through from their cells, they would come through, they would pick up their trays through the window. We had to make sure that inmates weren't passing shit off like shanks or stuff like that. So we would stand right by the window where the inmates would slide out the tray and they would pick it up. You could tell, and I have a very, very offense to body odor. I shower almost every single day. If I don't do anything, I'll shower every 2 days. And wow, the potency that came out through that window, because the wind blew right through that little window, because the rest of the windows were blocked. There was no openings, so they couldn't hide, stuff out the window. And oh my God, personal hygiene is not on the top of an inmate's list. Let me tell you what. Oh, that's just nasty. So make sure you guys, personal hygiene is so important, even when you're in case of an emergency. There's always water in a creek that you can go wash your shit off so that stuff don't stink anymore. Yeah, oh yeah, that's so nasty. But there's the great wool socks. Anything else isn't reliable. Wool socks will definitely keep you warm. Thank you for the tips, and keep the tips coming, guys. We got some great tips, that's for sure. Why is camping sex so good? And that is not a tip fixer. That is a statement. And he did that. Aloha, what did she say? She pretended to support Miles go and CCP. Oh yeah, did you see that? They are cutting off China from any more land grabs in the country. Thank God for that one. They call it toothbrush because hillbillies invented it. Otherwise, it would be called a teeth brush. Dang it. There you go, Dean. Thank you for that one. All right, let's get on with another Bigfoot. Here we go.
What do you call two Mexicans playing basketball?
I don't know.
Juan on Juan.
All right, that was a little, let's see what we got. Bigfoot finds honey. Take a look at this.
Sweet mother of bees, we struck gold, boys.
Shit, if a fucking bear can do it, I can do it. Let's go, boys. The bears can have that shit. Those little fuckers got some anger issues. They need a little more bee-puss in their life. The queen ain't giving it up enough.
Well, I have learned my lesson to never fuck with those little fuckers.
All right, let's keep going here. We got time. Let's go with... Oh, we got to hit Bubba J. Here we go.
Hey, Mr. D, why are we on stage like this all the time? This is my job. This is? To stand here and talk to everybody? That's right, that's your job? Yeah. Don't exactly need a college education for this, do you? Well, I graduated from college. Oh, now you do this? That's right. That's a big-ass waste of money, wasn't it? You need more education to boil an egg than you do this. Hey, can you boil an egg? Yeah, well, there you go. You got something to fall back on. Hey, I forgot to tell you, Walter told me I should get on Titter. Twitter. Oh, well, that doesn't sound as fun, does it? Hey, you know what the hardest part is about the internet for me? What, remembering all the passwords? Well, keep it simple. Just use the name of someone you love. My dog? Sure. What's your dog's name? Dog? Your dog's name is Dog. Actually, it's Doug, but the U is silent. It's Italian. Papa J, have you tweeted? Oh, yeah, sorry about that. It's a big room, I didn't know you know. You should blame it on Dog. Hey, somebody told me they saw me on the internet. Oh, have you Googled yourself? Not in public. Not a lot. Okay. I can still see. So I take it you grew up in a small town? Yeah, pretty small. How small? Well, we didn't have the street light, so the hooker stood under a flashlight. I called her Eveready. You know, Walter and I were talking about our government. Yeah, do you pay attention to politics? Oh, yeah, pay attention to politics. Yeah, sure do. Okay. Well, can I ask you your opinion on some current issues? Oh, yeah, current issues. Okay. Let's talk about some things you might be familiar with. Okay, for example, Bubba J, what is your feeling on gun control? Oh, I know this one. Oh, yeah, if you're drunk and seeing double, shoot in the middle.
Amen on that.
So what do you think about taxing the 1%? Oh, I don't know. I drink whole milk. Are you familiar with the term "no child left behind"? I think the movie's actually called Home Alone. So what do you think about immigration reform? Is it bad for me to say I'm kind of on the fence on this one? All right, what do you think about the Clintons? My wife says I can never find it.
Now, that was funny shit right there. You got to admit that, right, guys? Oh, yeah. All right, let's get back to some Bigfoot again.
I just rescued this little guy, and I'd quite literally give my third leg for him. That annoying fucker wouldn't stop that crowing shit. So we having fried chicken for dinner. Damn, I wish I had some watermelon.
Squatch signing off.
If I had a rooster, I'd probably do the same damn thing that he just did. I love Walter too, dude. I don't think I have any Walter tonight. Let's check it out. Let me see. Get rid of that Bigfoot. And what do we got here? We got Ahmed, couple Ahmeds, and Peanut. And I think people like Peanut. Let's watch an Ahmed first.
Greetings, mortal human infidels! It is I. What's my name? Archimedes. Archimedes! I am the ancient Greek god of killer love. Silence! I love you. Really? Yes, it's silence! I love you. That's different. Yes, I know. I call it killer love. Okay, yeah. I got it. I kill you with love. And what is your job, Archimedes? I am a god. I didn't know that being a god was a job. And I didn't know that talking to dolls was a job, but here we freaking are.
God love Archimedes right there, right? And let's end with one more Bigfoot here. Let's find one that's good here. Listen to this one. This is the funniest Bigfoot jokes. I don't know how good this is going to be, but we'll see what happens.
What's the difference between 3 dicks and a joke? Your mom can't take a joke.
Why do black people only have nightmares?
Oh, no.
Because the ones who have dreams get shot.
What's the difference between a Diddy Party and Woody from Toy Story? Woody goes limp when a kid walks in.
I saw 6 guys beating the shit out of my mother-in-law. My wife said, "Are you gonna help?" I told her, "Nah, 6 should be enough." What's the least celebrated day in a black family?
Not a clue, brother.
Father's Day. What do Mexicans cut their pizza with?
I don't know, what?
Little Caesars.
Hear about the new Disney movie where Bambi, Simba, and Dumbo take the same high school English class? It's called Dead Parents Society.
Did you hear about the constipated mathematician? He worked it out with a pencil.
What do you call a disabled Chinese baby?
What?
Something Wong.
Now, those were some pretty good jokes right there, guys. All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight on this Friday evening, and I hope you guys got a little bit of a smile on your face from these few videos that we got to show. But we definitely got a lot of information put out to you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you get to relax, sit back, and enjoy the weekend. I'm hoping to get on and chill and float in my pool, have a few brewskis or, drinks. Adult beverages, we'll say, and tan up a little bit here. I got a little bit of a tan going. I got to keep it going. So you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I hope you enjoyed the show, and I will talk to you guys maybe this weekend or on Monday. With that, I'm going to leave you with this. All right, folks, as we wrap up another week here on the Conservative Viewpoint, I want to leave you with this thought. On a world that often feels chaotic, and determined to tell you what to think, never forget the power of your own common sense. Never forget the strength of your conviction, and never forget the pursuit of truth, even when unpopular, is always worth it. Go out there this weekend, enjoy time with your family, recharge, and remember what truly matters. And as you do, carry the sense of informed optimism with you. And don't you dare forget to set your reminders, mark your calendars, and tell your neighbors, I'm back here on Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with an episode you absolutely, positively will not want to miss. Trust me, we've got some revelations coming that will have everyone talking. And I'll find out about them as soon as you find out about them, because I don't know what's going on yet on Monday. So until then, guys, stay strong, stay free, and I will see you right back here live on Monday night, 9 p.m. So until then, have a great weekend, everyone. I will see you back here live on Monday. Good night, everyone. Have a great weekend.